Hello everyone and welcome back.
Hey, how you guys doing?
It's October 12th, which means it's time for another creepy door.
I'm kind of nervous.
I'm nervous too. You never know what's gonna be hiding behind there. On this fine dozen day of October, I decided to have my good friend Santi join me.
How you guys doing?
Ain't he cute? Without further ado, I think we're gonna pop right into this.
And it is door number 12, I assume.
Yes. Don't die.
No, it's taking me.
It's scarier than ever.
It's the...
Not the bag. Oh no.
So, who should we have?
Doodly-doodly-doo.
I almost dropped him.
It's Pennywise again.
Hey, Georgie, we all float down here.
All right, since we already know that his tiny feet are not gonna hold him up, we're just gonna set him on his head. Bop. There we go, buddy.
Hey, if nothing else works, use your hair for a tripod.
Right? Fun thing to note as well, did you know that your eyes actually see in reverse and it takes your brain to unscramble it and flip it around? So he is actually seeing much easier, one would imagine.
Is that why I feel like my brain rushes to my head?
So, shovelly.
What do we do? Ta-da!
Bam. All right, so we did talk about it already, but we talked about the original one if you recall.
Part 1 really wasn't my favorite. Actually, the only reason why it wasn't my favorite is because it kind of like threw me off and scared me. You know how you get scared all of a sudden? It's like, ah!
Yeah, that was him.
I'm not really a fan of horror movies, but I don't mind watching them during the daytime.
Right?
With the teddy bear.
Cuddle him down. So today we're going to talk about the newer release that came out just a few years ago. It came out in 2017, just a few years ago, like I said. It's a toddler now. Oh, little Pennywise. This time, a whole new cast shows up to join the battle against the space freak that shows up every 27 years.
Do you think any of them knew karate?
I think they should. I don't remember them getting into any good stances to fight, though.
That would be awesome, though. I mean, what would it be with karate?
It would be the return of Daniel-san.
Yeah. Do the crane move, buddy. The ultimate move.
Fun fact, this film came out 27 years after the original. Ooh.
So, with that, see, this I kind of do know. Every 27 years, he comes back. So the movie that was made in 1990 is really like the return of Pennywise, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much like he comes back.
Huh, yeah. See, I am smart.
They ended up making that work out really, really well. I gotta love when things end up good.
Yeah.
Doesn't help that we look like we're kind of in the barrows now, you know?
By the way, how did we get here?
I woke up here. We gotta stop getting kidnapped.
I got it.
It's really time consuming, I'll tell you what.
Hey, at least they let us up some cup of coffees or something. You know, I mean, I drank it, but thank you guys.
He drank the coffee and he ate the cup. Bill Skarsgård played Pennywise in this time, and he did really, really good.
I have to agree. Bill Skarsgård is just phenomenal. I mean, I'm not, like I said, not a big fan of horror films. Tim Curry is one of my favorite actors. Him and It. But, you know, I think Bill Skarsgård did him justice.
Yeah.
He did him really good justice.
But yeah, Tim Curry actually gave him a huge thumbs up when this was happening too. He's like, oh my God.
If I could give him a thumbs up with my big toes, it'd be a 4 thumbs up.
Right?
Because he just did that good of a job. Just, you know, oh, see, I almost slipped again.
Maybe we do belong in the loser club.
I think we do.
Finn Wolfhard and Sophia Lillis star in this movie as well. Finn Wolfhard, as some of you may know, was the lead role in Stranger Things. It is strange. The Upside Down, the Demodogs.
It trips me out. Good show. Good show.
I like it. They're about to come out with the next season, actually, too.
I can't wait.
I'm very excited.
I keep hearing
what happened to Hopper? We gotta know. Apparently, Pennywise is an alias for his real name, Bob Gray. Bob Gray is the name of that space alien. Weird, right?
That is weird.
I'm way less scared of him now that I know his name is Bob.
Right, I mean, if his name was like Charlie or Charles maybe, but...
Lester?
Lester, yeah, something, but Bob?
Vargo.
It's like, haha, I'm going to kill you now. Whatever, Bob.
Yeah, come on, Bob.
Like,
Go home. Even Skarsgård got nightmares from Pennywise as he was making the role. Can you imagine? I bet that's how Heath Ledger felt doing the Joker, though.
I'd probably, yeah, you know, I'd probably, if I had to deal with that, I'd probably sleep with the Pens for the next 6 months.
Right? Depends. Sponsor us.
I wear your product when I'm watching scary movies.
Another fun fact that they did, they kept Skarsgård away from the rest of the cast so there would be maximum spook when he finally came out, which is a good tactic, but Skarsgård said he felt a little alienated from the rest of the cast because he wasn't allowed to go out and, you know, hang out with them and be on the set and get to know everyone as well.
But I can also see how that makes a good movie good, because, you know, it's like when Heath Ledger, the first time they saw him come out of the elevator scene, you see Michael Caine's face just, oh my gosh, what is this? It's a, you know, it's like, wow. But at the same time, alienation is not cool.
No, it's one of the pros and cons of taking such an extreme role. He knew this was going to be intense.
But hey, you can do it if you set your mind to it.
And he did. And I'm proud. Good job, Bill.
Right on.
I always found this to be a very realistic sort of movie too, because they have so many things involved that kids actually go through. You know, they have bullies, they have spooky neighborhood tales, they have bike clubs, they have places that they meet up.
Funny thing is, I used to be a part of all that group, so maybe I am a loser.
Yeah, we are the losers. We told you.
Hey, trust me, it was fun times back then, riding in a group of your friends on the bikes and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though the bully kind of sucked, but,
The bullies always suck.
they always do. Say no to bullies.
It's important to be able to remember that bullies are having it really hard, so maybe talk to your bully when he's done pounding your face and be like, dude, does that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Are you okay at home, man? Do you need to talk?
Do you want a hug?
Would you like a friend?
Do you want to use my teddy bear?
How about a red balloon? All right, time for questions and comments. This will be one of the last times I get to clap my hands for this, guys. What are we gonna do next? How am I ever gonna clap for a segment again?
Hey, you have a very creative mind, my friend. I'm sure you will come up with something.
Well, thank you.
Always do.
We gotta go forward. That's the only direction.
By the way, if you guys haven't caught his videos, you really need to, because they're pretty good.
Thank you.
Mostly informative, but also funny.
I try to, you know, walk the line.
Hey.
I'll walk the line. Guys, get ready. Your typing fingers ready. Beware the sewers. What's your favorite remake that you've seen out of the movies that came and then have been recreated? Which one would you say was your favorite?
Well, I would say both of them are my favorite, because it's always nice to see the original, but then it's also nice to see somebody, a remake, like reimagined from somebody else's, you know, a different take on the character. How much more scarier can Pennywise be from the 90s to now? That's very interesting. That's what I like.
It is. More directly worded, which movie that they made before that they also made into a remake would you consider one of your favorites? Because you know they did it with Godzilla, they did it with Ninja Turtles, they've done it with it.
Okay, you're right. Good question. I would say part one, the remake, was pretty good. Especially when he was Georgie. The whole scene with Georgie, and yeah, that was even more scarier to me than the actual first movie. Which,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not really fond of him, but
I'd have to say that, as I've mentioned, I believe I'm pretty happy with the new Ninja Turtles movie. It's kind of controversial. A lot of people really didn't like it because they're like, oh, I want the 90s Turtles. I'm like, it's not the 90s, guys. We've moved on. This is another person's interpretation of that piece of art, like you were saying. I love seeing people bring things like that into their own mind and then reproducing it for us to all enjoy.
yep.
I thought it was cool how much personality all of the turtles had, and not just their face and their voice, but the way they look.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, they
yeah.
had gear, and so Donnie had the whole mechanical outlet about him.
Yeah, they had brought out aspects of their personality. Donnie was the smart techie one, so he had to have that tech mood. Mikey was the cool and skateboarders type, so you know he had to have his skateboard on his back along with his nunchucks and stuff. And
Yeah.
Raph, yeah.
You know Raph.
Leo, of course, Leo's the best. Well, I mean, just the take on the whole thing. I like being able to also pass it on and let our kids see it. Because for me, it's like nostalgia.
Yes.
Those 90s movies and the movies to now, they're awesome. I like it. I like being able to say, hey, I've seen that. Hey, watch what comes after this. This is going to be so cool.
Right? It's always good introducing new things to people that haven't seen them yet. They had a very, very big one in this movie. Have you ever participated in a rock fight before when you were younger?
Actually, I have.
Yeah?
Yeah, I actually got hit with a rock once.
Where?
I think it was on my head somewhere.
Oh boy, so I came home with the lump?
Yeah, I came home with the lump. My brother saw it, and, you know, being my older brother, he went out and told me who the guy was, and he went out.
Oh, there was vengeance.
There was vengeance.
Oh boy. See, when I was younger, we did the rock war thing, but what we did mostly was dirt clod wars because we didn't really want to hurt each other, like right off the bat.
Yeah.
So what we did was we'd have dirt clods, we'd huck them each other, but you would have rocks in them. And you would have those jerk kids that still threw the rocks. I had my share of rocks hit me in the chest. Fortunately, nobody was a sharpshooter, so I never took it to the face at all, but I took a rock to the chest more times than I can count as a kid.
Thankfully, you didn't get hit in the head.
Yeah.
I think that's why I have problems sometimes. I can't really think.
And too many rock fights for this guy. I have to say, though, it was really cool watching a dirt clod tune into the dust.
Oh, yeah.
We got the Goonies, we got Sandlot, we got the Losers Club. Who's your favorite rowdy kid group?
Sandlot.
Sandlot, same.
Yeah, Sandlot.
The Beast!
Oh, yeah.
It's just some dog. And that's another thing, too, that was very real. The urban legends, you know, there's this monster dog that ate the kids, and they never found his body, you know?
Every time you threw a ball, it would never return, never to seen before again.
I mean, there were a bunch of balls there, but there were no kid bodies. There wasn't even a femur lying around.
It's true.
I
mean, there may be a couple of bones, but I imagine they're just like rawhide bones, because it's a pretty big dog.
I would hope so.
I mean... Yeah.
Maybe that story's darker than we remember. We'll have to go watch it again. Man, though, I just can't get enough of these weird horror movies like that. I really dig the coming together, the unity of it all. The band together so we can defeat the evil that one of us cannot handle alone.
I mean, but also, again, it kind of sucks because they did beat him like 7 years ago, and it's like, all of a sudden, you get the phone call, it's like, hey, dude, you remember what we did 7 years ago? Well, guess what? We got to do it again.
Right?
Imagine getting that phone call. It's like, we didn't kill him?
I don't remember what we did 7 years ago. I've got a really bad memory. Yeah, and you just have to like drop your life and run all the way back, and it's kind of sad that not everybody made it through that, you know?
That's true. Very sad.
Sometimes people just can't face their pasts, you know? Sometimes it's too much for them. That's why it's always important for you guys to remember that if you're having trouble, reach out, talk to people. You're not alone.
Don't be afraid to say whatever it is on your mind and your heart.
Yeah.
Because trust me, we are all brothers.
And we don't want to have you join us in the psychic battle from a coma in the hospital. Come on.
Yeah. Well, Pennywise, my friend, in your little tripod sitting ways, I mean, does that even hurt? You gotta wonder, does that hurt his neck?
You know, I think he's done it so long, he's got some good muscles built up. He doesn't seem bothered in the slightest. Smile's still big as ever.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, it was great seeing you. And we will see you again tomorrow for the last installment of all this fun. But don't worry, I'll be back. Yes, I always come back. And remember,
If we stick together, all of us, we will win.
Yes. We are the Losers Club.
Losers!